We're joined again with Olga. We're going to follow up. How's your case study going? But more importantly, who are you? What do you do? Tell us a bit about yourself, Olga.
Thanks, Steve. So I'm one of the owners and directors of TaxAssure. And what we do at TaxAssure is we help people with tax debt. Very, very specialised in what we do, and we're specialist tax debt negotiators. So we help both individuals, we help companies that have a debt to get that debt back into a managed position. So we get them back into a compliant payment plan, but a payment plan they can afford, and where possible we help reduce the debt, which means we get rid of the interest and penalties, and we do that upfront. And the work we do is very bespoke, very tailored to what that individual client needs. As I said, whether it's a sole trader, we're seeing a lot of builders, a lot of people in the construction industry at the moment, but really across any industry, like I said, whether it's an individual, whether it's a company. All of the three owners and directors at TaxAssure, we were all lawyers in a past life. We're not accountants now, we're not lawyers, we're not liquidators, we're not lenders, we just help people with tax debt.
Perfect. So can that be anyone, as you're saying there, so from a coffee shop owner to a business that might have 5 to 10 people? And obviously you've got to deal with some bigger businesses as well. So do you have a size that you work with? Is it 100 staff or 200 staff?
Anyone that has debt and needs some help, we're there to help with. Take that stress away and get it back into a managed position. At the moment, we're helping people from anywhere from 50,000 up to 15.5 million.
Wow.
And the debt and the stress, I think, is relative to the size of your business. So 50,000 is just as stressful as 500,000, depending on the size of your business and what you do and your turnover.
Very interesting. So with your type of clientele, how do you get about and obviously meet these people? Where do your referrals come from?
So they come from all over the place. Brokers, accountants, we work in conjunction with a lot of accountants. So I often describe us a bit like you'd see your GP when you're not feeling very well, but if you smash your knee, you need to go to a specialist. So we're like the specialists when your knee's smashed, that you need someone to come in and just help with that particular bit. So we work in conjunction with accountants a lot and with brokers and all different people in the business world because we help such a variety of people. Anyone that might have debt, we get wheeled in. Sometimes I say we get wheeled in to clean it up, fix that very bit, and then off we go, we disappear into the sunset.
How do you handle all that? I could imagine that's a lot of stress for some people. Do you actually personally take that on yourself? Do you feel that stress when you're dealing with a client?
So in my old life, prior to being one of the owners and directors, I was a commercial litigation lawyer. So I suppose you're used to negotiating, you're used to deadlines, so we're used to dealing with it. And it's a huge actually sense of satisfaction when you can take that stress away from a client and you can see in their face, oh thank goodness I've got someone to help me, someone that can talk to the ATO on my behalf. So often they don't know where to start, where to turn to, who to get that help from. And once they've even spoken to you for the first time, the relief is massive.
So getting, maybe stepping back, so how do people get into these problems in the first place? How could they avoid that?
So a lot of the time, I think it's a build up over time, and over COVID, a lot of people weren't paying the debt and it builds up. Often there's a lot of bad things that happen in people's lives as well that are out of their control. And so they ignore this problem for a long time because they don't know where to start. It's scary, it's stressful, head in the sand syndrome. And so it's finding the right people and the right specialists to help you. And
last question for you. So after solving this problem, how do you help people set up so that doesn't happen again?
So it depends on what sort of help they want. Because we are so specialised, we don't necessarily do any further work from there, but we work in conjunction with a whole raft of different specialists, depending what the client might need, to refer them on or to have that help that they need.
Wow, well that's a lot of work. So, outside of work, what do you do to reduce stress?
So I love the beach. Love walking. That's probably my biggest stress relief. And holidays. Obsessed with holidays.
Perfect. Well, you're going to be doing a lot of steps when we go and visit all these display homes.
Yep. Looking forward to it.
So we'll be getting over 10-20,000 steps a day. So can't wait to see you and hear back from you with what you're doing in terms of our case study. Thanks again. Great to hear about your business and what you do. We'll speak to you shortly.
Thanks, Dave.